Hi, I'm Vicki Westling here with City Speaks. City Speaks is a show that's brought to you by Mayor Wilfred Rosas and his administration. He wants to let you know what's going on in City Hall and the surrounding area with businesses, with things that affect you. So I'm going to ask your forgiveness for my voice, but this is the first show for 2020. And we are so pleased and happy to have with us one of the leaders in our community, one of our community members who really does a lot for the city, for the community. We have Ferrell Roofing. So we have Lori Metz, who is our business development and marketing manager. Is that correct? Christina Donovan, our safety manager, and of course John Ferrell, the vice president of Ferrell Roofing. So when I think about roofing, you know, you think of the shingles or the different types of roofing, but tell me a little bit, what does Ferrell Roofing do? Tell me about your company. When did you start? How long have you been here?
Well, we've been in business for around 6 decades, and we specialize in commercial roofing primarily, but we also do specialty roofing, which is steep slope or coatings, and we have trained roofers and sheet metal installers that are versed in all different types of flat and steep roofing, but it's primarily the commercial side.
Okay, so if I, as a homeowner, I would not necessarily call you for a roofing project. Is that correct?
That's correct. We do not specialize in residential. However, we would be willing to I don't know what to say.
Come out, maybe would you come out and do an estimate, or maybe refer us to refer me to someone else?
Yeah,
okay.
Do a referral.
So basically, because you do mostly commercial or all commercial, basically, and you've done some roofs in the city. Tell me about that.
We have. We did the pavilions at the Point. All of those. We've done some major repairs on City Hall itself. We've done some work on the library and on the Historical Society building. So quite a bit. We're all over the place.
Okay, and so now you're pretty spread out. You don't just work in the city of Dunkirk. You work pretty much over the whole area. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
That's correct.
Yep.
Yes.
And we talk about the different kinds of roofing for commercial businesses. There must be a tremendous amount of concern when it comes to workers' compensation and safety. You're in charge of safety. Tell me about the safety program.
So we have a very vibrant safety program over at Ferrell. We spend a lot of time making sure that all of our people go home with the same number of fingers and toes that they come to work with every day. We want to make sure they go home safe to their families, and that's what's most important to us. So we take a lot of time to provide training to our employees prior to them even starting on the roof. We go through an extensive 3-hour new hire program that covers everything they could ever want to know before they get up on the roof and start work for us.
Okay, now when I see people, and help me if I just sound totally ignorant of this process, but I've seen like people up on commercial roofs and they walk around and, you know, it's like I think, my goodness, how do they maintain their balance? So is that a part of the training? Do they have to have special gear to do that?
Well, it depends on the type of roof. So when you're walking around a flat roof, other than being aware of your surroundings and the deck and what that kind of, what's the word I want to use, what the condition of the deck is, you really don't have to worry too much about what you're wearing on your feet. However, when you get into those really steep roofs or metal roofs or roofs where when you're working in ice and snow, it might become very slippery, they do make specialized footwear for employees to wear.
And now I know you mentioned metal roofs, and I know that you don't do residential, you refer that out. Mm-hmm. But there are a lot of metal roofs going up. Is that, how are the metal roofs today compared to the more traditional roofing? Do you have any idea how?
Yeah, metal roofing, architectural standing seam metal roofing is a great solution for a steep roof application, and the paint finishes and the material types are very advanced and hold up really well in these climates and conditions, and it's a good solution for a steep roof situation in a lot of places.
Okay, so if you have, for instance, like at my house has some really steep peaks. I mean, really steep peaks. So, you know, I mean, it was, when I watched them do the roofing, I mean, I was holding my breath, you know, for fear that they were going to fall. We've also done some other things, Lori. One of the things that Ferrell has done, and I'm aware of, is that you reach out to the community. And as the marketing guru behind all of this, tell me a little bit about what's happening now.
Oh gosh, there's so much. I mean, we have other locations, not only in Dunkirk, we have locations in Erie and in Cleveland, in Cincinnati, and Vegas. So we're trying to get word out in all those. So we go to a lot of different expos across the states, and where there's different schools and co-ops and things like that. We support a lot of the city events. We sponsor Little League teams. You know, anything we can do to get out there in the community and show them that we are a part of it and we really want to support them.
And I know there's something going on with Rural Ministries.
There is. Through the National Roofing Council, we entered a contest for community involvement a couple of months ago, and unfortunately we didn't win the top prize, but we were selected to be in the top 25 for a community involvement People's Choice. So there is a link on our website and on our Facebook page, and we're asking everybody to go out and it takes 2 seconds to click on it and vote for us. And if we do, Rural Ministry receives a cash award that they so desperately need.
What is that link?
It's an NRCA. It's a rather lengthy link. So if you want to go to our website or our Facebook page.
Okay, and how do they get to your website?
It's awferrell.com.
awferrell, Ferrell.com, awferrell.com.
Right, and you can find us on Facebook under Ferrell Roofing.
Okay, so people could go out, and then do they vote for you?
Yep. It takes 2 seconds to just click vote for this company, and the vote's registered. Really easy.
Okay, and so it's based on number of votes, and then
Correct.
Rural Ministries actually is the beneficiary of that.
They are. We've partnered with them on multiple occasions, helping with food drives when that there was a freeze and people weren't receiving their food stamps or their benefits. So we've done food drives. We sponsor families every Christmas. Anytime they need anything, you know, we help them out. We're happy to partner with them. It's such an amazing organization.
Okay, and you do a lot of different things, a lot of different sponsorships. How do you involve how many employees do you have? Let me ask you that first.
Well, with covering all the locations, we've got around 350 employees in the summertime.
In the summertime. And now how many do you have here in this local area, do you know?
In the Dunkirk area, we probably have around 50 or 60.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and so now with all of the things that are going on in the community, with the economic development that the mayor is bringing in, with all of the housing, the changes that are happening, are you, and certainly with the businesses that are growing, I mean, we just had cold storage warehouse, so we've got businesses coming in as well. Are you looking to hire more employees?
Yes, we're interested in hiring more roofers and more apprentices, and we're in partnership with the local union, and we have training set up through them where they can learn the skills of the trade.
Okay, so now if someone wants to come in and say, okay, you know, I really need a job, I'm going to go to Ferrell Roofing to apply, what kind of basic skills do they need?
Well, they have to be willing to work outside. They have to have a good attitude and just a willingness to work and show up, and so we can count on each other, and we need everybody there.
Okay, and so now one of the things that you mentioned that you are associated with the unions, right? So now do you hire, how does that work?
Well, basically, if someone's interested, they can just come in and apply with our company, and if they are approved candidate, we can just make a hire, and the union is there to support them and provide some of the training, but they're just an employee of our company.
Okay, very good. So we are looking to hire. So if you're out there looking for a job, you've got a good attitude, and you want to work hard, you don't mind being outside, and there are a lot of people who don't mind being outside, this is the place to go,
That's
right? This is where we need to be. And then you mentioned when we have a new employee come in, there's safety training.
Yes.
So you have that, and then obviously there's other kinds of training that must take place. You still are responsible for the state and federal mandated training, such as diversity and sexual harassment and all of those types of things. Now, do you do that training also?
That actually is through our Human Resources Department. So they handle the sexual harassment and all of the New York State required trainings. The Safety Department handles things more like operating a forklift or fall protection, scaffold use. We like to use scaffold stair towers as much as possible on our job sites to minimize the risk associated with climbing ladders. So whenever possible, we like to put a scaffold stair tower up for the safety of our guys.
Okay.
and girls, I want to say too. We do have women roofers in the business as well. 9.5% of the construction industry right now as a whole is built up of women, and so it's a predominantly male-dominated industry overall. And so we actually have been looking at National Women in Roofing. Lori and I are both members, and we're looking at opening a chapter here in Western New York to get the word out and empower and bring women into the industry, the roofing industry. The construction industry as a whole is looking to expand, and there will be a lot of new jobs and a lot of opportunities for women, and we want to spearhead that charge at Ferrell.
That's right.
Okay, so the National Women for Roofing?
National Women in Roofing.
National Women in Roofing. So there's no chapter here now?
No, there's not, but we're looking to open it.
Okay, where is the nearest chapter?
Albany.
In Albany. All right. And so now, if you have a woman who wants to get into roofing, or would they be in roofing already and then they would contact you?
Yes, absolutely. You know, we're here to facilitate, we're here to mentor, we're here to help. So, and they don't have to just be out on the roof. They can be in the office, they can be a manufacturer or a distributor representative, they can be in marketing, they can be in safety. It's about the importance of, you know, bringing women into the business and into the construction industry as a whole, because it is the future.
Okay, so now you mentioned inside the factory. So inside the factory is where you actually have the machinery or the equipment to actually assemble or to create the roofing products. Is that correct? To cut the sheet metal or whatever it might be?
Well, most of our roofing product is manufactured in a plant and then shipped to us in a finished form. However, we've got a substantial sheet metal fabrication shop right here in Dunkirk that's used to custom form different types of metal for different things. And there's a manufacturing process inside, and then there's an installation process out on the job itself. And we have the equipment and machinery set in place to be able to make all that custom sheet metal.
Okay, so you would get the product, you would get product brought into you, and then you would customize it.
That's correct.
Or do the things that you would need to do to make it fit. So there's outside work on the roof, there's inside work in the manufacturing facility, there are offices and other activity that goes on. All of these could indeed be done by women, and through your organization, that's what you want to bring. You want to bring
Absolutely.
out.
Absolutely.
Oh, and let's not forget the operators as well, with
Yes.
aerial lifts, forklifts, and cranes and different equipment.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, so we talked about, so they would be operating the equipment that would be inside the plant as well as outside. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cranes and the lifts.
Cranes, forklifts, rough terrain forklifts, forklifts, you know, inside, outside, whatever it might be.
Okay, so Ferrell Roofing really has been around a while, some 6 decades anyway, and you're actually a staple within the community, and you're great community partners. I know you've partnered so much with the city of Dunkirk, whether it's the Music on the Pier, the summer festivals, but also through other organizations such as Rural Ministries and other things that are going on. And in your marketing outreach, where do you see where are you focused right now?
Right now, we're looking at doing a lot of the expos in Albany and in Saratoga. Christina and I are going to Dallas for the National Women in Roofing Day and for the International Roofing Expo down there, just to get our name out there on a broader spectrum. 'Cause
Okay.
people in the city of Dunkirk know who we are, but we want everybody to know, kind of thing. So we want to get out there for all of our branches and all of our offices and let people see what we're about.
That's awesome. And now, John, you as the vice president, you obviously must wear many hats during the day. Tell me a little bit about what does the vice president for Ferrell Roofing do?
Oh, well, I think one of the most enjoyable parts about being in this position is just working with the great people that are here. There are so many great people in the company that have been here for decades and decades, and some new people that are doing a great job also, and really just working with the men on the site and the men and women in the office. It's just been great opportunity, and I'm really proud of the work that everyone's been doing for so long. And it's just a pleasure to come to work every day.
Well, that's great, especially, and now, so what I would like to do, if you all wouldn't mind, I'd like to invite City Speaks to come and take a tour of your facility, see the kinds of things that are going on, because I think these are things that people need to know about, especially in our community. You know, as much as we can do to promote one another, to promote the city, to promote what's happening in the area, you know, that it's incumbent upon all of us to do that. And certainly I know that you've worked with the city and will continue. So may I invite us to come visit?
Sure.
Absolutely. Sure, definitely.
That'd be great.
Okay. Now I want to ask you a question, because I saw this on the when I went to your website. What is a low slope roof system?
A low sloped roof system is a commonly found condition on a larger building, which is essentially a flat roof area that has some slope to it to move the water to the roof drainage components, which would be an internal drain or maybe a gutter. But when you look at the really big buildings, like factories or schools, most of them have a fairly flat roof. So that's, when you look at specializing in commercial roofing, that's kind of our cup of tea.
Okay. So now if we do just a flat roof, though, doesn't the water just lay up there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so a dead flat roof, the water would lay up there. A low sloped roof is a roof that has a little bit of slope to it, but is overall fairly flat.
Okay. All right, very good. What have I not asked you about, or what have I not mentioned? Anything of any importance? No?
I don't think so. I think we got it all.
Okay. Well, I am so happy to have you all here. Thank you so much, and thank you for letting the community know what's going on. Ferrell Roofing has been here for a while. Hopefully you'll be here for another 6 decades or more.
Definitely.
And, you know, and good luck with the rural ministries. Don't forget, go to awferrell.com.
Correct. Under the news tab, and you'll find the link right there.
On the news tab. Okay, awferrell.com, go to the news tab, find the link, vote for Ferrell Roofing. Money goes to rural ministries, which is really a big need. You know, they do a fantastic service, so we appreciate that. Let me just ask you, how many accidents do you have?
Oh, goodness. Well, in Dunkirk, we've had a few this year, but it really is nothing compared to some of the worst accidents I've seen out there. Our guys really take the time to be safe, and it shows.
Okay, well, that's great. So they all wear their personal protective equipment and all that stuff,
Oh, yes.
and all the right things they need
And
to do.
if they don't, they know we're coming, and that doesn't always work out well for them.
Right.
So,
Well, safety first is always a good motto. And John, they're going to be hiring. They need if you hire people. If people were to come in now, would you just accept the application, even though you might not hire until the summer?
Oh yes, of course. Yeah, people can apply anytime.
Okay, so come in. Can they apply online?
Yes, there's a link on the website and on our Facebook page.
Okay, so you can apply online, you can apply going through Facebook, you can go into Ferrell Roofing, and you're actually located in the town, is that correct?
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
correct. Yes.
On Lake Shore,
Yep,
right?
3649.
3649 Lake Shore Drive. So, and do you have a phone number, or do you suggest that people not call, they need to just come in would be
No,
best?
they can call. It's 366-4950.
366-4950. Go to awferrell.com. Click on the news link, vote for them for Rural Ministries. So Rural Ministries gets the benefit of that. I'm sure there's an employment section go to if you want to apply or go out. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. City Speaks is here for the residents, for the city of Dunkirk, and for the surrounding area, because people in the area do watch it. So thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Well, you're welcome, and thank you for watching City Speaks. You can watch City Speaks daily, 3 and 10 on Spectrum 1301 in Dunkirk. Go to dunkirkaccess.com, YouTube. You can watch it at your leisure. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you like. If you have comments, questions, concerns, give me a call. Vicki Westling, 716-363-6888. Send an email, vwestling@cityofdunkirk.com. Send a snail mail, Vicki Westling, City Hall, 342 Central Avenue, Dunkirk, 14048. Thank you. Thank you for watching City Speaks.